few things that you should be doing while you're in school here at Paradise Valley Community College, and what kind of things you should be working on to build your skills, to build your resume. And you can see it's a 4-semester career management plan. And what does that look like, your 4 semesters here at Paradise Valley? Well, the first thing is we've shown you what you should be doing as it relates to work-based experience, which could be internships, job shadowing, service learning. So your semester 1, start to think about continuing service learning that you did maybe in high school. We have a number of alumni career panels regularly during the semester. Look for those opportunities to meet with and listen to the stories from alumni. We have a job shadowing program. All you have to do is go to the career page and you can participate in the job shadow and meet with alums and talk a little bit about your career. And you'll hear the term co-curricular, and what that is clubs and organizations, how you can, outside the classroom, participate in clubs, develop some skills. So semester 1, think about that. Semester 2, continue some of those things. And one of the differences would be maybe doing in co-curricular with your clubs, maybe taking on a leadership position, like a secretary or a vice president, and developing those organizational skills, those communication skills, those leadership skills, organizing skills that you can put on your resume. Semester 3, again, continuing, but now looking for more formal types of opportunities, work-based experience opportunities, which could be internships, maybe even a capstone class. Definitely looking for some advanced classes, maybe something called the e-portfolio that you'll have an opportunity to develop in classes, and definitely some research, particularly if you're in science in that area. And then semester 4, if you haven't done any of these things, make sure you do them in semester 4. Maybe doing an intern, definitely doing an internship, some research opportunities, continue maybe doing job shadowing and developing your e-portfolio. So there's different levels of career management. When you're in your first semester, you do what's career exploration. Clearly in this class, you'll be doing career exploration, looking some occupations, looking at what they do, looking some of the skills of those occupations. Then you'll do some career exposure. And career exposure is actually where you actually develop some skills. Maybe in a part-time work, of course, maybe working in a club or an organization, taking a leadership position and putting yourself in positions to develop skills. Career engagement, participating in an internship, possibly job shadowing, engaging with maybe people in their field, in their profession, finding out more information. And all we've done here is shown you how to map that out. And you see semester 1 features service learning and first year experience. Semester 2 features service learning, but then leadership. Semester 3 features a practicum or an internship, maybe even a job shadow. And then maybe semester 4, an internship in the portfolio. Down in the bottom, you see we talk about self-assessment. That you've done in class with taking an interest assessment like you've done in Maricopa Pipeline AZ, that relates to maybe some of the skills that you need to develop, the major that you would need to take, that sort of thing. The other thing I want you to think about is networking. I told you a little bit about LinkedIn. I'd like for you to open up a LinkedIn account and to view our video on the career website about the alumni career module on LinkedIn and how to connect with alumni. Professional credentials, obviously developing your resume, your cover letter, and your interviewing skills, you can do through career services. Hello, John McCrudden here again with Career Services at Paradise Valley Community College. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, I want to talk today a little bit about networking. And networking is such a complex thing for college students. They don't know really how to go about networking and what the purpose of networking is and how soon should they start networking and who should they network with. Particularly first-gen students need to think about networking very strongly. Now, a cynic will tell you that it's not what you know, but who you know. I would like to change that a little bit in your mind because you've heard that before. It's actually a combination of what you know and who you know. As you progress in your career, you'll find that people who will recommend you will support you in your advancement in your career because they know you know what you're talking about and you have good experiences and you're reliable and dependable. So who you know is important, but what they know about you is also important. What your degree was, what your work experience is, what your history is, what your character is, what your values are. So getting to know people and them getting to know you is very important. And the earlier you start, the better off you are. Now, I'm not talking about Facebook. I'm not talking about Instagram. I'm not talking about TikTok. These are your social networks, and that's fine. I have a saying, though, that Facebook will get you fired, but LinkedIn will get you hired. So I want to talk to you a little bit about LinkedIn today and introduce you to this professional network that you should be thinking about, particularly first generation students that don't have connections maybe to the career you're looking for and you would want to make connections. So LinkedIn is really an important ingredient and tool that you should be considering earlier on in your career. So in the next few slides, I'm going to talk to you about LinkedIn and how you can get started with a LinkedIn account. There's no charge, and how you can connect with Paradise Valley Community College alumni in the field you're looking to pursue and do some networking. I also will introduce the shadow program to you. The Pvcc shadow program is made up of alumni of Paradise Valley Community College alumni who are available to you to talk a little bit about questions you have about your career management and also maybe questions about a certain career, a certain occupation. So I'd like to, for you over the next few slides, take this in, and if you ever need to clarify or get some more information, please stop by the career office at Pvcc, and we will be glad to meet you and to talk a little bit about your career management. Welcome. This is John McCrudden again, Career Services Supervisor at Paradise Valley Community College. As mentioned, I wanted you to think about LinkedIn as a critical tool in your years at Paradise Valley to help you with your career management. One of the most important ingredients, as I mentioned before, is networking. And that networking with LinkedIn can be very useful, particularly using the LinkedIn's alumni network. Let me introduce this to you. A lot of people use LinkedIn for job search and connecting with professional associations and networking. For undergrads, as I mentioned, networking is really a hard concept, and who should you network with? Well, I'm going to show you the first level of networking you should be working with, and that is alumni. So what you would do is you would go to the search. First of all, you would open up a LinkedIn account and sign in and do your profile. And I have videos on the Career Services page that shows you how you do your profile. But this session is really about the alumni module on LinkedIn. So what you would do is you would type in Paradise Valley Community College. And when you type in Paradise Valley Community College under search, you come up with this page. Every college has a LinkedIn page. What LinkedIn does is, of course, collect a lot of information from people who want to be connected. And so what they do is they collect a lot of information, and one of the things they ask you is what college do you go to, or what college did you graduate from? And they take that information and they package it. And you see where they package it? They package it down here under alumni. So you want to click on alumni once you connect with your college, which is Paradise Valley Community College. You click on alumni. And what you see immediately is there's 13,267 alumni in this database. And right now, and I'm hoping it will last forever, but right now this module is free to anybody that has a LinkedIn account, not even premium. You don't have to pay anything to have access to this, and this is why I want you to use this. And of course, as you can see under here, a lot of people use it for my employer, about, posts, and jobs. What I want you to do is use it for alumni, and this is how you use it. Okay, so you can see 13,267 alumni. And you can see that that lists where they live, where they work, and then if you hit this next button, it tells you what they do, what they studied, what they are skilled at, and how you are connected. All right, if you're just starting out, of course, you're not going to be connected to hardly anybody. So this is what we want you to do, is start getting connected. And who should you connect with? Well, alumni. Paradise Valley Community College alumni are probably positioned to help you the most and want to help you the most because you have a shared experience. And so when you contact, and I'll go into this later, but when you contact an alumni, you want to, in your message, mention that you're a current Paradise Valley Community College student, but we'll talk about that later. So let's take a look. You can hit show more here, and it shows you where they live. Now, you're not limited to Phoenix, even though there's 10,214 alumni in Phoenix. You want to connect your career and your potential career and occupation with the alums to get information and to start networking with them. We do have a shadow program that I'll talk a little bit about later as well. Okay, so there's 12,913 in the United States, there's 10,200 in Phoenix, and then there is other. So if you relocate, it's useful to maybe go to this site, go to where they live, and find out who's living in the city you're relocating to that graduated from Paradise Valley Community College that can help you. Okay, so where they live is important. Where they work can also be very important, particularly if you have researched a company and you really want to work at that company. So this is what it looks like. Well, let's take American Express. There's 68 alumni working at American Express. I want to know who they are. I can click on American Express, scroll down, and I see who they are. I see what they do. So we haven't searched by what they do. We just searched by who's working at this company. So they probably do a lot of different things. But this can help you. And you can see where it says connect. When you hit connect, you can add a note. And this is what I was mentioning to you before. When you add a note, you want to first start out as, I am a current Paradise Valley Community College student studying blank, blank, blank. I came across your profile on LinkedIn and would like to touch base with you. Look forward to hearing from you. Something as short as that to start connecting. Don't ask for a job, don't ask for an internship, just look to get connected. Okay, so you can go down and see what they work at. Now, you can be a little bit more focused if you'd like. So, well, we want to take American Express out here, so we delete American Express, and we're back to the 13,000. What about what they do? So we hit next. And what about somebody that does a little bit of what you're thinking about doing? Let's say you want to get into information technology. There's 722 alumni, Paradise Valley Community College alumni, that are in information technology. So you can click on that. And what you'll soon discover is where they work
are usually companies related to technology. Not always, but some. But also, you'll see that even if it's not a technology company, they're probably doing something in technology related to IT. So there's American Express again. There's Apple. Let's take a look at Apple. That's a great company to work for. Let's see if we can start connecting with alumni at Apple. So here they are. He's a technical expert at Apple, graduated in 1920, Anna. Jake is a retail communications at Apple, computer programming. Notice that they have shared connections. This will develop as you develop more connections. You'll see that you share connections with other people, and it'll show you who you shared a connection with. This is very useful, particularly if you want to do an internship with an organization. Getting to know what they do is really important, and connecting with them, because you're basically wanting to do what they do at work. So that's one way of searching. So we're going to click off Apple, click off information technology. So where they work is important, what they do is important, but also what they study. So let's say you're a psychology student. There's 602 Paradise Valley Community College alumni that studied psychology. Let's see where they are. Shows you where they work, and that's going to be across the board. So Mayo Clinic is a very big local employer. Let's take a look at what they're doing at Mayo Clinic. Certified clinical research. That makes sense for a psychology student. Research trainee, basically starting out, it looks like at Mayo Clinic. Research protocol specialist, again, psychology, and a social worker. So somebody probably went to graduate school. Again, for you to find out more about them, all you need to do is click on their profile, and it'll tell you a little bit more about what they do, what their history was, where they got their master's degree. As a matter of fact, she did get a master's degree in social work. And that also is another interesting way to approach this. You may want to go to a four-year institution or even a master's program. Connecting with alum that have done that can really give you a pathway and what's the best way to do it. Okay, so you know the history of the person before they contact them. So we're going to go backwards. We're going to take off Mayo Clinic. We're going to take off psychology. So we've looked at what they do, what they studied, and what they're skilled at. Okay, so now you can look at, let's say you want to be a leader or you want to get into management. You can click on that. Show you where they are. Wells Fargo, let's take a look. And let's see what they do. There's a business consultant, graduated in 2004, technology manager. Here's a current student that's doing her due diligence in linking in to alums, right? Learning development, recruiter. This is a really good person to get to know if you want to work at Wells Fargo. So I'm hoping this gives you some insight into how to network and why you're networking. You don't always have to have a focus on networking. What you want to do is you want to start networking with your alumni to start getting access to information about careers and about career paths. And as you can see, there's a number of ways you can do that with LinkedIn's alumni module. So if you have any questions, come stop by, see me at Paradise Valley Community College's career office in KSC building. Again, John McCrudden, encourage you to open up a LinkedIn account, start networking, start focusing your energies on your career management.
So LinkedIn will be very useful. What will also be useful is using the Pvcc Job Shadow Mentor Program. This program makes it a little easier for you to connect with somebody in the field. All you need to do is go to and I'll show you how to do this on the next page, is you go to the Job Shadow Mentor Program on the career website, fill out the application, which you see here, and then I send you information on who our Job Shadow mentors are, and you can select from a list in which you'll see on the next page. Okay, John here again. To find the application for the Job Shadow Mentor Program here at Pvcc, you would go to Paradise Valley Community College's website. Once you're at the website, you go all the way down to the bottom, click on Career Services, and under Career Services, click on Students. Once you click on Students, you'll see under Networking here, you'll see the Job Shadow Program. You click on the Job Shadow Program, and here is the application. So it's simple as filling out this application. It comes to me and lets me know you want to participate in our Job Shadow Mentor Program. Just click, fill out the form, click Submit. Once you've completed the application, it comes to me and I send you an email with a list of all our mentors, something like this. You go through each one, figure out which one matches what you want to find out about. You let me know which one you want to connect with, and I connect you with that mentor. So it's easy as that. Looking forward to getting your application for the Job Shadow Mentor Program, and hopefully you'll open up your LinkedIn account.